Welcome back to my channel. This week, who knows? Could be a little bit of everything. Okay, so you remember my sock that I was working on? Did not get it done for Christmas. Today's the 26th. So I'm working on that. It's going well. Not much further than I was when you last saw it. But that's because I was working on this sock. Remember that? My thin one that I'll be able to wear with my boots. Well, we've had a setback. You guys who knit perhaps are familiar with the term yarn vomit. Well, that's what we got going on here. And there's just no way. I'm just not going to get that untangled. I bought this down here at our local yarn shop in Norton. I'm going to take it back down there and see if they wound it for me too. If they'll either give me a new one. I don't even know what this is. Hopefully they can tell me what it is. They'll give me a discount on a second one. I really would like to continue with these socks. They're just so nice. But again, yarn vomit. I mean, it is just one tangled mess, and I just cannot get it untangled. I worked on it, and I'm just not going to spend any more time on it. So so who knows? I would say I just put another color in here, but I got to have that color to make a second sock. So I don't know what I'm going to end up doing, but I'm sure before I post this video, I'll have an answer for you. Also going to dinner at a friend's house tonight, and I'm making a Brussels sprout casserole. I will let you know how that turns out. Take some bacon and Parmesan cheese also with heavy cream in the oven with the Brussels sprout casserole. Here's the Brussels sprout casserole before I put it in the oven, and I will show you a picture of it when it comes out. This was supposed to be made with fresh Brussels sprouts. Unfortunately, the day after Christmas, I could not find any fresh Brussels sprouts, so they're frozen. Looks yummy. We'll see it when it comes out. There is the finished casserole Brussels sprouts. So really, this is very easy. Just the Brussels sprouts, Parmesan cheese, heavy whipping cream, more Parmesan on the top, the bacon's on the top of that, and that's about it. Ready to go. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Made some cups yesterday, the day before, and putting handles on. I despise. I don't like putting handles on, only because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I've watched a couple videos, and I think I've got a handle on it. There was a pun. So I think I'm going to show you a video. I'll have my husband hold this while I throw another mug. And I was putting handles on too soon. Need to let the mugs get to the leather hard state. I also made this vase. And then we have these three babies over here. Sorry, went the wrong way. Again, I like how they're turning out. So they're in the process of drying. Now we're going to open this up. How much we got left down there? That's good enough, I do believe. Maybe just, and not going down. Whenever I go down further, I end up going too far. cup. Collaring it in. Get some of that water out of the inside. Still got quite a bit of clay down here. Filly this out a little bit. So I'm pushing on the inside, right about here on the inside. See how that's pooching out a smidge? I'm going to push in here. Chamois and smooth the rim. Our wooden knife tool. Once upon a time I couldn't do that. It was one of the hardest things for me to do. Let's get that clay off the bottom. This is a natural sponge, a little natural sponge I like to put up underneath there, and I try to do as much as I can so I don't have to trim. Now we're going to cut it off. The wire tool here. You just drag it. Got a little more water in here I want to get rid of. Okay. Now I'm going to get one of my boards. My wonderful husband manning the camera. I usually don't do this sitting down though. Let's see if we can do it. Nope. Okay. That's it. Now we're going to let this dry overnight, and then we're going to put the handle on tomorrow and see how that technique works. Getting ready to put this handle on this mug that I threw yesterday, and just for full disclosure, I'm trying to do this one-handed so you're not going to see the whole thing. I threw another mug because this got out of round, and I put this in there and kind of smooshed it back up into the round of this. And then I couldn't get it out. And when I pulled it out, it just sucked the air and sucked this back in. So I threw another one. So I'm getting ready to try this, put this handle on. I don't know how this is going to look when it's all said and done. I've got the handle on there. I'm happy with that. Got it propped up. I'm going to cover it with some plastic and let it dry slowly. And we'll see if it cracks or it looks better than the other handles that I've done before. This is the second mug that I threw to replace the other one, which I am using the other one. Anyway, I'll get back to you when I get ready to put the handles on. Let me show you the handles that are over here drying. So there they are hanging off my board. We'll find out which one I want to use here momentarily. Well, an hour or so. I chose this handle here. It's a little already scooped out the center of it. Kind of like how that looks. Or do I want it the other way? Let's see. Not so easy to do with one hand. I think I like it better that way. Alright, bring it back in just a second. Put some slip on there, scored that up. Put some slip over here on this here. Alright, I'm going to put a piece of plastic up under here just to keep that raised up a little bit. I pushed it in. I couldn't get inside too much as I was pushing, but I wiggled it back and forth. And now we're going to see, make sure, I'll let you know if it stays on or not, or if it cracks. And just an FYI, I've got it covered up pretty nicely with 2 sheets of plastic and plastic over the handle also. Actually, I've got both of them covered up very nicely. Just want to touch base real quick on the end result of my new method of putting the handles on. I don't see any cracking. Looks good. These 2 up front are with my Angel White clay, and these back here are with my Laguna B-Mix. And again, I don't see any cracking going on. I also made a spoon rest. This was out of B-Mix also. I want to see how that works out, if that's thick enough or not.